Pokemon fans the world over, welcome back to the final Swiss round for the Bremen Pokemon Trading Card Game Regional Championship. I'm once again Nicholas Pierce here with Lydia Hombach, where we are kicking off with the win and in round for these two gentlemen being featured right now. We have Stephane against Patrik. Whoever, one person, if they win this match, will more than likely make it through to the top 8. So this is as tense as it gets, folks, and looks like we're going to have a Vikavolt Bulu mirror match.
Wow, another mirror match on this stream, but as it is in win and in, we are sure we get some tensive games, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not really too familiar with Stephane, but Patrik, a very accomplished Czech player. He's done really well in the past. Yeah. I think he's won regionals before, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He also had a pretty good season last season. He made top 22 in Europe, and
Yeah. So a very good player against someone who obviously must be pretty good to get to his record as well. And yeah, this is actually, to be fair, although it is a mirror match, it's not a mirror we featured so far. So
no.
I mean, it's probably going to be quite similar to like the Blastoise Keldeo mirror back in the day, because it's a deck that sort of operates in similar sort of ways. So actually, I think that one thing that might come into play is sort of not taking the first prize, as weird as it sounds, because I think N is going to be a really big factor, especially if neither of them can get an Oranguru out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's we do see the first turn play from Stephane does end up being a I was going to say it's a Skylar, but no, it's a Bridget. So Stephane able to set up 2 Grubbins plus another Bulu onto the bench. Another really important thing is to make sure that you have an attacker to follow up with when your stuff gets knocked out. So you want to trade blow for blow, and always, again, like it's a common theme in mirror matches, keep tempo and not miss stuff. It's a way most mirror matches tend to go. But with the setup here that Stephane has, he is well on his way to doing that. As after he has an engine on the active, he's done his Bridget, and he passes the turn off to Patrik.
It was a pretty good first turn for Stephane. He was able to find all the stuff he needs, and let's see how Patrik is going.
It's like Patrik's hand is so shiny. Look at that! It's like the old Gold Ultra Ball plus a full Guzman. It's like
I think he plays all his cards at the maximum rarity.
Or not rainbow rares, I guess, though. Yeah, a lot of people do this, actually.
Thanks goodness for us.
Yeah.
So that means we can actually see what he's playing.
This is true. Like, some people, because normally when people play max rarity, they literally like to get the most expensive of everything, but some people with the rainbow rares are like, you know what, I really don't like these, so I'll make an exception and play like, the next highest, because I don't want to play rainbow rares.
But I can understand that. I mean, they look so much the same.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, Patrik also off to a great start. He has a Lele for a Bridget of his own. I imagine he'll be doing a similar setup to Stephane. Probably just gonna get maybe a second Grubbin, a second Bulu, and probably 2 Bulus actually.
Probably, yeah.
It's always tricky with the mirror matches because there's only so much that's in your control. Oh, actually, this is pretty big. So Patrik played the Mew, of course. He was on stream yesterday. We saw this yesterday. The reason why this is big, it's something that can copy the Bulu's attack, but only gets KO'd back for 1 prize.
Yep.
This could be something that Patrik actually uses to swing the mirror in his favor.
Yeah, this is definitely a good thing for a prize trade. While Patrik may be able to take 2 prizes with Mew's attack, even if he gets revenge KO'd, Mew is only worth 1 prize card, so that will be a big advantage for Patrik. Yeah,
definitely. Assuming Stephane can't go around it. But it's really, really cool to actually see that down in any case. So back to Stephane now. We see that Patrik is already eyeing up the attacker. I mean, he's got the grass energy on there already. So he's going to want to find that Rare Candy Vikavolt Strong Charge KO, as I'm sure Stephane will this turn as well. But down goes the Lele for Stephane. Probably going to get some kind of draw supporter, or maybe a Skylar for a Rare Candy if he already has the Vikavolt.
Yeah, I haven't really seen what he has in his hand, so it's hard to tell. Oh, he's going for a Heavy Ball.
Interesting. So maybe he already has the Rare Candy, but that's the bit he's missing.
Oh no, he did decide not to take the Heavy Ball.
Well, I mean, he needs to get the Skylar first, because do it in that order.
Heavy Ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something that we see quite a lot. You know what you're going to go for with the Skylar, so you just sort of get it before you actually get the supporter with the Lele. But it's like, got to do it in the right order. Make sure you do things by the book. But I assume, he's got the Rare Candy in hand, so he can get the Vikavolt down. He will be able to strong charge, and Stephane will be taking the first KO.
Yeah, great. Well, as you said, this may turn out in a disadvantage, as then he has less prize cards, which means if Patrik is playing an N, he is only able to draw four cards from that N, and yeah, that could lead to a bad position.
Yeah, I mean, actually it'll be 5 in this case because Patrik, because Patrik has a non-GX in the active, so that'll help him a little bit. But the really key thing for here will be for Patrik: does he find a way to retreat the Grubbin and the Vikavolt? He needs to find both of those things. But if he does, he can take a KO on this Bulu with Mew, and that will put him in a really big advantage.
Yeah. So.
Oh, actually, no. Come to think of it, Stephane maybe he won't need the way to retreat the Mew if Stephane actually opts to take the KO. But he could play it safe and just pass. It'd be interesting to see what he actually decides to do here. He will take the KO.
Yeah, he will take the KO.
So actually now all Patrik needs is a rare candy and a Vikavolt.
So let's see if he can keep up to the speed. He puts Mew into the active position, so he's definitely going for the play you just mentioned.
He has a rare candy.
Yeah.
And I think I see a Skylar. Does he find a heavy ball? If he does, then that's going to be really good.
Definitely putting him in yeah, he finds the heavy ball, and well, what is he going to take for that, huh?
I think he might grab a Groudon EX. He's going to get the Vikavolt, guys, and there it is. So with the rare candy in hand, he will be able to evolve that Grubbin up straight away. We're able to do the strong charge to put the 2 energies onto the Mew, and we're going to see a Mew using Memories of Dawn to copy Nature's Judgment for 180 damage, taking a knockout on the Bulu. What a great response from Patrik.
Definitely.
And not only that, but for next turn as well, Patrik already has the energy recycler ready, so he can actually put those free energy back into his deck if he wants to, do that straight away. And already Patrik in a pretty good position.
So that's something you always see in mirror matches, these small differences in deck lists that can really turn a matchup around.
Yeah, definitely. The also the Mew is just great generally because it also, like the Tapu Koko promo, it just gives you that free retreating option so that you can be a bit more flexible with what you want to attack with. It'll be interesting to see what Patrik gets of his prizes here. He took them off screen. Oh, that's a shame.
So let's see. Stephane is taking the Tapu Bulu in the active position here.
I think he feels pretty confident that he can hit an energy and get the return knockout. He has another rare candy Vikavolt.
Yeah.
And he has a Sycamore, so all he needs to see
is an energy.
Yeah. And
yeah, that should be doable.
Yeah. And actually, it's interesting. So he's he's got double Vikavolt out, so he can actually just do this now. If you only had the one Vikavolt, there actually is an argument to Sycamore first, because then you're more likely to draw into the one energy you need before doing the strong charge.
But still, it would be better to play if you really want to draw the energy. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't matter because he has 2 Vikavolt, but if he only had 1, because you're more likely to draw an energy if there's more in deck. Yeah, so if you fin the deck of them with strong charge first, then it could end up going back to bite you, but it doesn't matter in this circumstance. So Stephane will be able to take the response knockout, but does he have a Guzma? Because if he doesn't, then he falls victim to that. Well, he hasn't played a supporter card so far, so he would be able to if he had one, but I don't think he has one. No, I don't think he does either. He has a Tapu Lele, so maybe no. This is Tapu Bulu. Sorry. Yeah, that's another Bulu, and he just Sycamores. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, although obviously it's still pretty good. It's not as effective as it might usually be because actually Stephane's already taken the 1 prize KO on that Grubbin, so now the 1 prize KO on this Mew puts him. It forces him back out of the 7 prize game potentially. So it actually might end up being not as bad as it could have been. And I think it's quite nice for Stephane to get rid of that Mew early. Yeah, definitely. So, I guess the one saving grace is that it does mean that Patrik essentially, assuming the KOs keep going turn for turn the way they are now, Patrik will win because he'll take all of his prizes first. That's the way the tempo is going right now, but it's not guaranteed. Definitely not. We do see the energy recycler we were talking about last turn, so yeah, all 3 of those energies that were discarded are going to go back in the deck, and to save time, Patrik might literally just attach 2 of them now to the oh no, he's not. Well, yeah, he is, okay. So, yeah, 2 of those are going to go to the Bulu, the rest of the deck is going to get shuffled, of course, and the other thing will be interesting to see is whether actually Patrik has a supporter, because if he doesn't, that
could be a problem if.
I think I have seen a supporter card in his hand, so he probably is going to play that.
Yeah.
I believe it's no shuffle draw supporter because I think he's one of the players that avoid shuffling.
Yeah, neither see. Yeah,
well,
probably
not avoid shuffling, but avoid double shuffling.
Yeah. He has a Sycamore. This is really important because actually he's missing a backup attacker right now. If this Bulu, if this Tapu Bulu goes down, Patrik has nothing to follow up with, so he needs to see another attacker, and because Stephane actually has the Revenge KO on board already with the two Vikavolts and the Bulu on the bench. He's got. Oh, he's attaching an energy to a melee. I don't think he saw another Bulu then.
Oh, that's hard.
It's unfortunate.
That could mean, that makes it pretty likely that Patrik is at least next round not able to get the Revenge KO.
Yeah, because something wrong?
What's happening?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong here.
I think they are just discussing about the amount of energies he had attached this turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the grass was attached to the Bulu last turn, and then he did one strong charge. No, that's all that happened. But yeah, Stephane has the KO ready, and he's actually. Oh yeah, he forgot to draw a card for turn. He's doing strong charge. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe he's actually going to decide to attack with the Vikavolt itself. I can't even remember what the attack does.
Yeah,
it's
that's true. I can't remember either.
I probably should know, to be fair, because it's not actually that uncommon to attack with Vikavolt compared to like what you might think it would be. And yeah, both a lightning and a grass find their way onto the Vikavolt. What does it do? I need to look this up. I think it does like 130 or maybe 150 or something. So I think with a choice band, it actually gets the KO.
Yeah, but you can really see how tensioned these players are and how they really don't want to draw. They both know it's a win it in and it's a tie and die. Oh, both at the same.
yeah, both at the same time.
So yeah.
And this is again one of those small little plays you can do in the mirror to sort of help favour you, because if Patrik can't get the Guzma plus to set up the extra attacker to get the last two prizes, knocking out this Vikavolt does nothing for him. It just makes him more vulnerable to N, in fact, because he'll then be down to one prize left.
So it seems like he's going to attack with Vikavolt anyway, so we might find out what it does.
But we get to know the full attack text. Go on to a non-specific the Pokemon knowledge base, which I'm sure you all know what we're talking about. Also, this is, like I said, this is a little bit embarrassing because I feel like I should really know what everything does. It looks like it. Oh, actually, so he opted to Guzma the Vikavolt and KO that instead. Actually,
that's strong.
I think that makes a lot of sense because now Patrik is left with a Bulu that kind of just does nothing. Whereas if he KO'd the Bulu, then maybe Patrik can find another one and just attach to that and take the KO that way. But actually, now Patrik's energy acceleration options are incredibly limited.
Definitely. Yeah, Patrik's field looks almost empty. He now attaches a choice scarf to a choice band, to the Tapu Bulu, and quickly checking Stephane's discard pile, probably counting the energies in there, and now checking his own discard pile, checking his resources. Maybe he's already thinking, he's playing an N, so it makes sense that he checked what both players still have in the deck, what their outs are.
Cool. With this N, Patrik rather. I was gonna say maybe you can find something to make a comeback here, but this N is only getting him 2 cards.
Yeah.
It's not really enough to do anything significant, I think.
N is not the supporter you want to see in this situation.
Yeah. Also, I was almost right. So at the Vikavolt's attack, Electro Cannon does 150 damage, and then you discard free energy from the Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to assume there was either already damage on it, or there was... Oh, no, it wasn't that was already damaged. It was just 150 is exactly enough to KO an opposing Vikavolt, so that makes sense.
That's good to know.
Yeah, because it has 150 HP, so there we go. That makes complete sense now. So that means actually, you couldn't have gone for the Bulu KO anyway. You would have needed the choice band on the Vikavolt to get the KO on that, so that explains everything. If you're already saying all that in the chat, we apologise, because I imagine you're probably all like shouting us saying, oh my god, these guys don't know anything, get these guys off the microphone, all that stuff. It's all part and parcel, isn't it? So now Stephane seems to be looking through his, eyeing up for another strong charge, and it looks like he's going to go for the Vikavolt again. Not got enough to actually do the attack though. The attack does cost 4 energy, so yeah, you're going to play the end now.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that Stephane's going to be digging for an energy recycler here, because if he can hit the energy recycler, he can actually do another strong charge and then do electric cannon for 180 with the choice band, and that will knock out the Lele and put Stephane at 1 price left.
That will also put Patrik in a pretty bad position. There's nothing much he can really do, when ending him down to 2 cards again is still not good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Patrik's in just a really unfortunate position regardless, because it's just, just look at his field. He's got, he got down a Grubbin last turn. Maybe he could just make a comeback, but he wasn't even able to find that off the end.
Yeah.
And there's even a field blower on the choice band just to add insult to injury. And there's the energy recycler.
Wow.
So put Stephane hitting exactly what he needed. And now I think Patrik just loses this game, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. There's, as I already said, nothing he can really do. This is some point where you can consider just conceding, so you have more time for the next games. Yeah.
Then, okay, Patrik wanted to see what the other energies were, but I mean, the reason why this is doubly bad is because not only does this give him the energy he needs to take the knockout now, but even if Patrik ends Stephane, he still has 2 Vikavolts. He can literally just use the 2 strong charges again, and then use the electro cannon for the knockout on the Bulu. So really, really bad times for Patrik.
Yeah, sometimes you just have a setup where your bench and your field works for your own, and you can just leave it like that.
Yeah. And this is one of Vikavolt Bulu. Again, it's one of these decks where it can actually just work off of the field, and it doesn't in the later turns, especially.
Like we saw in previous games with Metagross.
Yeah. So yeah, down goes the Lele. 2 more prize got to Stephane. What does Patrik draw? A grass energy and a choice band and a sycamore.
Oh!
The rip. He's gonna be able to draw fresh under 7, but I actually think it still doesn't really matter.
I think the sycamore came too late.
Yeah. If you hit it last turn, actually, or maybe you got a Grubbin earlier, might have actually had a chance. But no, as it stands, I think he's taking a look. Yep, he's going to scoop it up. Stephane takes game 1, and we move on to game 2. And once again, we say it over and over and over, but it still maintains true. Patrik missed too many times.
Yeah.
Really lost that tempo. He missed the Grubbin. Stephane took a really impactful KO on the Vikavolt with his own Vikavolt on the electro cannon, and that won Stephane the game.
Definitely. That's all it is in a mirror match. You just need to have the right cards at the right time. The player who loses speed first loses the game.
Yeah.
So maybe we can have a quick look at the chat.
Yeah. Having to stream Vika hits is so unnecessarily draining. Well, yeah.
How many rounds before cut? This is the last round before cut, so this is the real win it in.
Yes, absolutely. Whoever wins this will more than likely make the top cuts.
Is this live? Yes, this is live.
Yes, it is. Garb is overrated. OG Hollow Energies too. Yeah, they're the ones from the really, really old League promo ones. They are very, very nice. And indeed, it is one blingy deck that Patrik has there. So, oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. We accidentally had the round as like 2 wins for Stephane. We fixed it eventually.
Yeah.
He has only won 1 game. Don't worry. Like, there's still plenty more of this game to go still. I think that's
Mark has win it in, right? Yeah, Mark is on the win it in, and if you're interested in, Philip Schultz is also at the win it in at the moment, and well, as I already wrote in the chat, you can find the pairings on Limitless TCG's Facebook page. So if you're interested, yeah, just go there and you can see the record of each person who they're playing against.
Indeed you can. So, here we are with game 2. Patrik goes first this time, and again, he has a really good start. He has the Bridget ready to go, and he will be probably grabbing, similar to last time, a Mew, a Grubbin, and a Bulu. Yeah, that's what he's eyeing up. Very similar start to last time.
Yeah, I mean that's your standard setup that works out pretty well for all setup decks. So.
Oh, actually, Lydia, have a look at Stephane's hand here. I think
there's no supporter card.
I see a Grubbin, a Choice Band, 2 Grass. I think that's a Vikavolt or a Charger Bug, and a Floatstone.
That's nothing you can really work with.
That's actually just terrible.
At least you can attach energies.
Yeah, I guess you can, but
And you could have a worse worse starting Pokemon.
Yeah,
but,
this is true.
Still not good.
No, still not good. This is going to be a very big top deck for Stephane, especially if Patrik has a strong hand. If he has, Rare Candy Vikavolt and a Retreat, he draws a Vikavolt. That's okay. I guess it's something. It keeps him in the game for a little bit. Maybe he can actually work off this for a little bit. Especially if he draws a Rare Candy, he can actually, even though he doesn't have a supporter, he can just get an attack off at least. But that does depend on how poorly Patrik draws.
Oh, we see Patrik evolving directly, so and a Guzma.
Interesting. Does he? Hold on. What's actually? Oh no! I went for the Guzma instead of the Sycamore. Oh, he wants to do encounter, of course. Really clever. So essentially, just guaranteeing himself the Vikavolt for next turn, and so for Stephane, it's really supporter or Rare Candy or bust at this point. He does a Choice Band.
That doesn't get him anywhere.
No, he's got what is that? What is that other yellow card in his hand? Is it a Charger Bug or is it a second Vikavolt? I really can't tell.
Me neither.
It's he's got the Floatstone. We knew that much. Yeah, it's a second Vikavolt. It has to be. Grass goes onto the Grubbin. And a very sad Horn attack for 30. And so now Patrik has the KO guaranteed because he's got the Vikavolt. You just evolve. Oh wait, no, he doesn't. Oh no, he does. Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, I think I was confused. I saw a Tapu Lele, but I guess he must have drawn that for turn. Yeah.
So there goes the ability, energies to the Mew, and
this might be a very quick game, folks.
Probably. Maybe he's going to play a draw supporter now.
He does have a Sycamore in his hand, so I imagine he will probably just play that. Let's see.
He also has a Tapu Lele. Maybe he's going for something else, but...
Maybe, or you might actually just not play a supporter at all. He could just decide, you know what?
I might save this for later.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, what's he doing now?
He's Guzmering again.
Yeah, okay.
He's Guzmering again. Yeah, this makes sense because you obviously you have to switch. Yeah. So yeah, but again, Patrik being sensible, that's something you got to be very careful about Guzma sometimes. You don't want to get too overexcited and just mess up like that. What does Stephane draw though? Is it a supporter? It's a Kukui.
Oh.
It finds him an end in the lightning energy.
Patrick's like, fair enough.
Yeah. I think that's it though. Yeah, you're gonna attach the lightning, but it doesn't matter. Choice Band. Oh no, actually, he can KO the Mew, I guess. You do Horn attack.
Let's see what he gets from his press cards.
Yeah.
We can't see it.
We can't see it.
Is it a lid? Is it?
Yeah, Stephane got an N off the Kukui, so that's fine. But basically, Patrik just needs an energy for the win. That's all he needs at this point. Yeah, go on, send the Bulu at Patrik. You know it's the right play. Just go on, whack down a Sycamore, draw the energy. Play the field builder first. Yeah, do that.
Just in case.
Yeah.
You can still whiff.
Indeed. He is going to go for one attack. He's going to just check how much energy he has left. Oh, he might be considering the N actually. Maybe he doesn't want to discard all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I think, again, maybe this is just like the player preference coming into mind. But if it were me, I would just go for the Sycamore straight away because...
Yeah, me too. I would also just go for the Sycamore. Yeah. Because, he's playing a huge amount of energy, so it's not that unlikely. And we haven't seen a lot of energy so far, so...
No. And it's actually a 2-card difference as well. Maybe if the N was for 6, I consider going for the N. Yeah. But for 5, I don't know. Unless, oh no, he was fitting it from his deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. There we go. That's actually even better than what we were going to do then. Does he hit the energy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And
Heavy ball.
Oh wait, does he have? Oh, he has Rare Candy Vikavolt. That's another way of doing it. There it is. Heavy ball. Yep. Rare Candy Vikavolt. Double strong charge will take the game. Yep. So
1-1.
Yes, it is indeed.
Again, one of these fast games we tend to have on stream here.
For a second, I honestly thought Patrik would miss, but then I realized, double Vikavolt. That works too. And we'll be moving on to game 3. It is funny how this can happen with Vikavolt Bulu sometimes. Again, these stage 2 decks, I feel like this is something that they suffer from a little bit more, exactly because of what we were talking about before. They have this problem where, unlike the basic focus or even the stage 1 focus decks, they're more vulnerable to drawing things in the wrong order.
Yeah.
And if you do that, well, then this happens.
Exactly. And as you can see, the Mew for playing the Mew for Patrik, this paid off. He could make great use of it. It was very useful. It is only a 1 prize card attacker, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Now, the nice thing about that game being quite quick, we still have 25 minutes left for a game 3. I don't think this is going to be a tie and die situation. One of these guys is going to win, and I mean, yeah, it's always better, right?
And that's for sure good for them.
Yeah.
Because, they really need to win to make it into top 8.
Yeah.
And they really don't want to tie because it won't help them.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure, but if they lose, will they still make top 16? Probably they will.
On those records, actually, I'm not sure. I think they might need to tie for top 16.
Okay. But obviously, they rather have a chance to be in top 8 than to be in top 16 for sure.
Of course. Right. So, Stephane will be going first this game. That gives them an advantage already because it means that he'll be able to get his stuff out first. But as we saw, doesn't always translate into a win necessarily. We've seen not necessarily this game, but over the course of the tournament, we've seen it going first. Doesn't always translate into a win. So this is going to be very interesting either way, and I think it's going to be a bit of a nail biter. Here comes the setup. So, what is one of them going to get beadled again? What the setup's going to be like. It looks like...
I see a lot of Pokemon in Stephane's hand.
So do I, and I think I see a lot of Pokemon in a Brock's grip, but again, no draw supporter.
Oh, for Stephane.
Yeah.
He was very nervous when I told him he will be on the feature
Oh,
match.
really? I mean, it makes sense. I didn't recognize his name. He must be...
Yeah, I think it's his first feature match, and then it's a win it in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that... Oh, he has an N. Okay, so he's fine.
He should be fine,
yeah. It's... Yeah, I think you benched a yellow blue here 100% N. Yeah, play the N. Yeah. Pray for grubbin or heavy ball.
But I mean, he still has a thick deck. He has a lot of outs, so yeah, he should get it as something.
He should, but Lydia, we've seen it definitely not happen before, so can't talk too prematurely. See what happens.
Have you had a look at Patrik's hand?
I didn't see it before it ran underway.
Oh, okay.
No.
I haven't had a look neither.
We'll see where he gets now. That's the important thing.
So let's see. So if you were Stephane, what would you hope to draw from this end? Probably some heavy balls.
Just a grubbin. Just give me a grubbin all day, every day. Oh, he's really nervous about this. The last one, he misses the grubbin. A huge miss for Stephane. Now that's gonna potentially, unless Patrik also misses, that is a huge step on the back foot already. As you see, he gets a Tapu Koko promo. That's really not helpful right now.
No, not really.
Patrik didn't even look at his hand until that draw there. And is his hand just as bad?
Well, there's a rare candy and 2 rare candies.
Oh, there's a Lele.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess
probably that's going to be a Lele for Bridget.
Bridget or N actually, because because his hand is almost completely unplayable otherwise.
But I mean, he could bridge it for to basic Pokemon and a Lele, and then get a Lele for another draw support for next round. So.
But the Lele, if he does that, the Lele will go straight to the bench. So that won't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
True.
No. Oh, but no. What you can do actually, if I don't think he has a float stone in his hand, but if he did, he could maybe just go for the Mew and encounter to again get a Lele that way. But okay, yeah, that's what he's going for. So 2 Grubbins and a Mew because he already has 1 Bulu out, and he really doesn't want to leave himself open with just 1 Grubbin on the field. Although it's not even that risky at this point because Stephane does not have a Grubbin out himself, so there will be no Nature's Judgment next turn.
Yeah, both of them don't really have that fast setup, so.
Yeah, And actually, so thinking about it, me saying, oh, maybe he'll go for the end is completely stupid, because if you have access to the Bridget, he literally has Rare Candy Vikavolt in hand, so there's literally no reason to not go for the Bridget now. I just realised that. Very silly of me. I wonder if Stephane will notice this and grab the end himself here. Because if he doesn't, Patrick's next turn is going to be bonkers. Like, actually completely broken.
Yeah.
It's a big
Looks like
one.
he's struggling a bit.
I think he's going to grab Bridget.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, he's eyeing up the 3 basics there. Tapu, there's the Bridget. Going to grab 2 Grubbin. And again, this makes sense. He doesn't want to avoid Grubbin for any more turns, because otherwise he will fall way too far behind.
Yeah, sure.
He's already given up the advantage he would have had from going first, from missing off that first end. It was so huge. But because Stephane's now Bridgeted, Patrik is going to have a nuts turn going next. I know he saw 2 Rare Candy in his hand, but I don't know if he has 2 Vikavolts. But even just getting one is fine.
I think I've seen at least a Heavy Ball on his hand, so...
So he has both then. Stephane is not going to be happy about what happens next. It's like one of those, it's one of those clickbait videos, you won't believe what happens next. Check this video. Shout out to Ross Gilbert of PTCG Radio. Hey! Bring some shade. No, okay, love you, Ross. Only kidding. Looks like...
Oh, looks like he's going to play an Ultra Ball. Oh, he has Ultra Ball and Nest Ball.
Ah, okay. This makes sense. Yeah, no, it wasn't a Heavy Ball, so he actually... Yeah, he has 3 Rare Candies in his hand, so he actually has to discard 1 and an S ball, but with this he will be able to get out both of his Vikavolts, or at least one of them. Maybe he's thinking... Yeah, because you do kind of want to support it to play next turn as well. To sort of carry on, but at the same turn you could just guarantee both the Vikavolts here, and again, it's a decision you have to make on the basis of, am I happy enough to just play with 2 Vikavolts on the field? Or do I want to just guarantee the constant stream of stuff and just get the end?
But we have gotten to know Patrik as a very safe player, so he is considering taking the end. He already has the Tapu on front and the end right behind it, so
so he's gonna grab that, but he won't play it yet, obviously, because he does have 1 Rare Candy Vikavolt, which obviously you always do, because that's just there and available. And maybe he's just thinking to himself, you know what? Maybe it's just better to play the end, because chances are I hit the energy, so why would I not do that? He's playing actually another Ultra Ball. Oh, it was a Charger bug. Right, okay. Okay, so now he discards a 2nd Rare Candy, and he'll be using his 3rd Rare Candy to put down the Vikavolt.
But that also means he already lost 3 Rare Candies.
Yeah. I think he's feeling like it's fine because he has enough time now. He's got the 1 Vikavolt out. That's the important thing. Yeah. The main reason you play so many Rare Candies is because you want the first Vikavolt out as soon as possible. After getting the first one out, especially if he hits an energy off the Zen, he's afforded more time to manually evolve the 2nd Grub into a Charger bug and then get the 2nd Vikavolt out that way. So
there comes the end.
Yeah. So essentially, what would if Patrik did decide to go double Vikavolt, which he could have done with the 2 Ultra Balls, but he would have had to literally discard his entire hand to do it. So that could have been problematic, to say the least.
Yeah.
Here comes the end. 6 cards. Does he hit? Oh, he hits the grass straight away. So he's got the KO, and this is exactly what he wanted. So
Patrik's able to put a little bit pressure on his opponent first, which is of course a great thing in a mirror match. Yes,
he's going to take the first 2 prizes. Hopefully this won't come back to bite him in the form of an N. Like if Stephane's able to KO an N, that could be a little bit annoying, especially considering that Patrik does not actually have any other Bulus on the field.
That's true, but still he's in a better board position compared to Stephane, and even better if you think about Stephane starting this round.
Yeah, indeed. And also considering Stephane's hand does not look amazing. He actually drew the wrong energy so when you want attaching one from hand, it actually needs to be the grass, because of course strong charge searches for 1 lightning and 1 grass and attaches them. So he attached 2 lightning in the grass. That doesn't pay for the attack cost of Nature's Judgment. Looks like there's going to be a Skylar coming down.
But that's the Skylar with the nice artwork.
The newer one.
Yeah.
The breakpoint one. Yeah, I prefer this one too. So Stephane will be grabbing a heavy ball off of that. I would assume that means he has a rare candy in his hand. Yeah, because he's going to go for the Vikavolt. But he can't get the KO, right? Because he doesn't have a grass energy in hand.
But I was just about to say he's still can draw one, but he can't.
Yeah, he can't even attack with a Vikavolt because you can do strong charge, but the electro cannon costs 4 energy, so that actually won't work. Maybe he's thinking about attaching to the Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
One move.
But is this helping him in any way?
I don't think so. Maybe if you think you're doing, and this is what I was going to say. One time at Worlds this year, I was caught out by one Vikavolt Bulu player who's playing Tapu Koko promo, and I was playing Mega Ray, of course, and he used the Tapu Koko second attack, Electro Ball, against me for a knockout. I was like, oh yeah, that card does have a second attack, and it hits my Mega Ray for weakness. Oh, something. But I did end up winning the match, but yeah, that's just caught me by surprise. Electro Ball, it just does for 2 line and a colorless on the Koko promo 100 damage. So it just it can hit these mixed weakness, can KO any lightning weak GX with a choice band as well. Sure, that attack I know, but the Vikavolt's attack I don't know. Before this match.
But that's because you can connect pain to it.
yeah, exactly, exactly. In any case, looks like Stephane is just opting to go for the strong charge, but then just waiting the turn because obviously he can't attack with anything meaningfully. Like even strong charge on a Tapu Lele and an energy drive doesn't make any sense. Hitting the Bulu for 40 does nothing for you really.
No, not at all.
And now it's really up to Patrik to decide what he wants to do next, because he's got stuff to work with. He's got a plethora of supporters to choose from. Got grass energy as well, and so that's good. That's the right kind of energy to draw in hand.
Is this a field blower?
It is.
Okay.
Again, hard to tell all the gold, isn't it? Yeah, that is indeed a field blower, and here comes a strong charge from the Vikavolt. We're only going to put that lightning and that grass onto the Bulu. And now I'm going to check through to see what's actually left.
Probably counting his energies.
Yeah, it's very important to keep track of that because you need to know how many strong charges do I actually have left, and when it comes to the point in the game where I can only strong charge say one type of energy, I need to make sure that I've got the right types to attach to my Pokemon in a way where I can actually take my last 2 prizes and win. Yeah,
you for sure also need to know your energy recyclers and your super rods.
You do. Now, unfortunately for Patrik, he does not have the Guzma. That would have been ideal because then he would have been able to, just bring up the Mew, then retreats and take knockout on a Bulu with Nature's Judgment. Instead, opting for the Skylar.
Patrik has 4 prize cards left. So, he's going for the Guzma now.
But he's
not able to play it as he just searched it with Skylar.
Exactly. So, a little bit unfortunate for Patrik, but he's still in an absolutely fine position. Gonna be able to take the knockout on his Tapu Koko without discarding the energy as well, which is pretty nice. And, he actually used the GX attack. Yeah. So, yeah, the Tapu Wilderness GX does 150 damage and heals the Bulu completely, so now Stephane will need to KO this Bulu completely fresh.
This also cleans up Patrik's board a little bit. He has no damage on his field, and his setup is pretty much completed.
Yeah. And now actually as well, the reason why that was a big deal is realised, so the Bulu had 30 damage on it or whatever it was. Now it's completely clean. Stephane, if he wants to take the KO on this Bulu with the Vikavolt, he actually needs the choice band. Yeah. Which is just again that one extra card that means he might actually miss, whereas otherwise he would have been able to have it. But it looks like Stephane doesn't really have much in the way of draw right now.
No, he is not really doing anything. He's looking at his hand,
thinking very hard.
Yeah. There comes an energy.
Yeah, grass onto the Bulu. Here comes the strong charge. Imagine these both will go onto the active.
Yeah, probably.
He does have energy left, right? No, he doesn't.
And only 1 energy?
Unless he's going for a different route. No, I think he's out of lightning.
Oh.
That's very unfortunate for Stephane. Of course, the Electro Ball attack, I can't remember how many lightning it needs. I think it's either like 2 or 3. So that's actually a little bit awkward to get so many on. Oh no, only has one lightning. But either way, he didn't have enough lightning to accelerate with the ability to take knockout. So, yeah, very unfortunate. He needed to. Oh no, I thought that was a Skylar. He needed to. Yeah, that's a Bridget now, but not really going to be much help to him. He really needed to. He had access to a Skylar for an energy recycler first, then he would have been okay. But no, right now Stephane's a little bit stuck, and Patrick is really. Stephane has really opened the door here for Patrik to cement his lead and really to take this game.
Yeah, this also revealed some important information for Patrik. Patrik now, of course, knows that Stephane is out of energy, or at least out of lightning energies, and that can for sure influence the way Patrik is now playing.
Absolutely right. Means that certain threats, which might have been considered before, including the Vikavolt doing electro cannon, are now no longer need to be worried about.
Yeah.
It might actually be that Stephane has quite a few lightning energy prizes as well, thinking about it. That's probably why he has access to less than he probably would do otherwise. But now Patrik can just, if he wants to, just use nature's judgment, take the knockout on this Vikavolt, leave Stephane with no energy acceleration, and yeah, and just also get the Mew ready to just clean up at the end of the game. Yeah, another strong charge. It's gonna hesitantly. Oh, he's gonna check his energy first. See if he needs to play an energy recycler perhaps. No, he feels like he has enough. Here comes the strong charge. Yeah, there's the grass, there's lightning. So he's still good to go.
Seems like those are the last two energies left in his deck.
Yes, possibly. Also, I just realised the actual colours he has on the Mew aren't ideal because he has two lightnings in the grass which can't copy nature's judgment. But he could... trying to think where he could copy. Obviously, you can't copy the Vikavolt because that's not a basic. You could, I guess, copy the Grubbin. I don't even know what it does.
He could also copy energy.
Energy drive, yes, he can do so. You could just do that for 60 at least, and then 20 more for whatever's on the opponent. But yeah, Patrik just taking the KO on the active with the Nature's Judgment, down to 2 prizes left. Now it's back to Stephane to find something to deal with this. Oh, that was the issue. All the except Stephane's lightning were in his hand, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really unfortunate turn of events for Stephane. He has got lightning in hand now though, so yeah, he's going to Kukui first, just to see what that gives him. But looks like give him Jack Squat. That's now gonna attach lightning, take the kill on the Bulu on the active.
And those were the first 2 prizes he were able to take.
Yeah, he was. And now it's back to Patrik. All he needs is 1 grass energy and a Bulu to copy the attack, and it's game over. He has got a heavy ball, so assuming he has the Bulu in deck, so it should be good. There's the Bulu. Does he have the grass energy? No. The energy recycler, that's it. So you can reshuffle the grass in.
Game.
So Patrik uses the energy recycler to shuffle his energy back into the deck, use strong charge to get them back onto the Mew, and copy the Bulu's Nature's Judgment to take the game and the match and cement probably his position in top 8. Congratulations to Patrik of the Czech Republic.
Great, congratulations. We will get him for an interview for you guys, so stay there, don't go anywhere, and see you soon.
Be right back. All right, hello everyone, welcome back. I'm here with the winner, Patrik. Congratulations, first of all. So mirror matches. Everyone, I don't think anyone really likes playing mirror matches, especially with a deck like that, where normally it just comes down to like who misses an attack first. What do you think when you're approaching the Vikavolt Bulu mirror match? What is your main strategy that you have in your mind to think I'm going to win this mirror match?
When I saw my opponent, I know that I play a mirror match, and it was only about the flip. Who starts and have a Bridget won.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the main thing?
It's only about the Bridget turn one, second one, Candy, Bulu, Vikavolt, KO.
Yeah. There was one big turn as well where your opponent was able to strong charge, but he only attached one energy because he had all his lightning energies in hand, so he actually missed being able to attack with the Vikavolts, which was a bit unfortunate for him. Is attacking with the Vikavolt one of the ways where maybe if your opponent doesn't have a Guzma, you can use the Electro Cannon with a Choice Band to knock out a Bulu without using your own Bulu? Is that something that you do sometimes or normally not?
No, it's not a play for me because in the start, when I set up first Vikavolt, I discard each of my things for the second Vikavolt.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I discard 3 candies and the stage 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So in any case, so we're having one now. That means, are you guaranteed for top 8 or are you on the bubble? Do you know?
Yeah, he's
guaranteed. Okay, so yeah, well done. So we don't know what you're going to be playing against in top 8 yet, do we? Are there any matchups which you're worried about more than others?
I guess in top 8 it's 2 or 3 Gardevoirs. It's a very bad for me. But yesterday I played against 3. 2 lost, 1-1, and today I bet a Nicola buff with the Gardevoir.
Okay, so it's bad, but not unwinnable then. It's definitely manageable. Tord was doing really well. I don't know if I imagine he's probably in top 8 as well, because we haven't had a look at the standings yet. But is Drampa Garbodor a matchup that you're worried about at all, or not so much?
It's 50-50. It's the same about the flip, who starts. And
you can get field blower and time and all of this. All right.
It's the reason why I play free.
Yeah, of course. that makes a lot of sense. All right. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break now. We're going to just wait for the rest of the round 14 to play out, and we will be back shortly to... Are we going to announce the top 8 on stream, do we think? Or are we going to just feature the top 8? Right. Yeah, so yeah, we'll post the top 8 on Facebook for you guys, and then after that we will be featuring one of the round 8 matches for you guys. So until then, don't go away, it's going to be a really exciting top 8.